How's it going, folks? How are you? Welcome back to the Brock Jr. channel. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another edition of WLW Sunday Night Smash. I am your voice of We Live Wrestling, Brock Jr. And we're back here at the Total Mortgage Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut. We have our house show coming up in just a few weeks. It's coming up September 27th on Friday at 6 p.m. from the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We have 4 great matches on the card. Let's talk about it. We have a tag team cage match between the WLW World Tag Team Champions, the Oakland Raiders, and the hideous group Fright Night. Also, Crazy Craig and Backyard Bryce will get it on one more time at the house show. The WLW Women's World Championship will be on the line. Sweet Candy KORN will defend against the Crippler. And Conrad Thompson has also added the WLW Junior World Championship, a no disqualification match. Brock Lesnar will defend his Junior Championship against Patch. That is one more time. So that's what's going to happen in just a few weeks here on our very first house show. We Live Wrestling. It will be live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. All right, Sunday Night Smash is brought to you by McDou's. It's the home of the McDoo-Doo combo. McDou's, where the other fast foods don't. They want you to try their one and only combo. A double quarter pounder with cheese, all the works. Called it the McDoo-Doo. Hot fresh fries and a soft drink of your choosing, but they prefer damn cherry cola, because one taste of this will make you say, damn, is that cherry? All right, let's take a look at what's going to happen tonight. If I could see how to push the button, there it is. We have a WLW World Television Championship match going to take place tonight. THUNDERFIST will defend his championship against Daddy Roy. We know Daddy Roy is still trying his best to get his daughter away from the clutches of the graveyard shift. He had no luck as of yet. And the Roy girls, speaking of the graveyard shift, Mommy Zombie and Daddy's little girl Pink Roy, they'll be in a tag team match against the WLW Women's World Champions, Sweet Candy KORN, and her tag team partner, BUSTY RHODES. And in the main event, BLAIR Scott, one-on-one against the Tonight Show, BEAU Phoenix. It will be BLAIR Scott and BEAU Phoenix. Get it on here tonight in the main event on Sunday Night Smash. All right, let's head on down to the ring and get the show going. Our first match is that World Television Championship. THUNDERFIST defends against Daddy Roy. This is THUNDERFIST's second title defense after winning the championship at Super Slam 2 Vegas against Big Red Haggerty. Let's get a referee down. Let's get good old Bubba Rose. I like Bubba Rose. And I don't know why Destro Steel is sitting out here. You need to go with your tag team partner. You're not on the show tonight. Whoops. And we are on an all-out war with Corporate World Wrestling, Big Box Wrestling, if you will, an all-out war. One of our guys is holding their top championship, the CWW Championship. So we're in an all-out war. Conrad Thompson is trying to smooth things over with whoever the owner is over there. I think he's anonymous, so we don't know who that person is who owns Corporate World Wrestling. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your first match is set for one fall, and it's for the WLW World Television Ship. It's for the WLW World Television Championship. What the hell is a television ship? First, from none of your damn business, weighing 246 pounds, Roscoe Daddy Roy. Daddy Roy, he has a TV grade of C with a grudge grade of 0, so he will be the underdog. His opponent, from a severe storm, weighing 221 pounds, he is the reigning, defending WLW World Television Champion, THUNDERFIST. THUNDERFIST is favored. He has a TV grade of A with a grudge grade of 18. All right, fast action card deck has been shuffled. Get my highlight reel book. And we're going to roll for pre-match. We roll a 2. We're heading to highlight reel O. Okay, oh, wrong page. Okay, there we go. And let's roll, Soul. We roll a 21 in highlight reel O. 21 says, and that has something to do with a celebrity. We roll again. I forgot to take the belt off of THUNDERFIST. All right, we roll a 44. 44 says, go to highlight reel P. We're going to take a step next door to highlight reel P, and we will roll again. Okay, we roll a 52 in highlight reel P. 52 says, Hotbox ally of underdog wrestler protests disinformation, sets the record straight, increased TV grade of both ally and underdog. One TV grade. Let me read it again. Hotbox ally of underdog wrestler protests disinformation, sets the record straight, increased TV grade of both ally and underdog wrestler. So here's Mama's boy. What is he going to protest? What disinformation that we got? What information that we're not telling right? So Mama's boy says that, you know what? There's a lot of people here in this federation that thinks badly of me and my daddy. We're pretty nice, pretty good, nice guys. But if you take us off, we're gonna be mean MOs. MOs. MFers. Now, this federation is trying to paint us out as being the bad guys. But we got my mama kidnapped, we got my sister kidnapped, and we can't get her back. So please, stop doing that to us. We would like our privacy, okay? Kick his ass, daddy, and get that belt. Okay, Mama's boy, he will go from a C TV grade to a B. I don't think they've been kidnapped anymore. I think they are going along with the program, Mama's boy. He will be the ally underdog. And Daddy Roy's, his TV grade will go from a C to a B. Now, we didn't portray you and your daddy as bad guys. Both of you came out the bat as bad guys, as disrespectful people. Your whole entire family was that when you first started. All right. So the first card in this match is Wild Card, and we're heading over to normal matches Wild Card. All right, ring matches Wild Card. Okay. We roll a 22. 22 says, is the wrestler favorite? Jeering crowd distracts opponent. Wrestler sneaks up and delivers bell ringer blow. Scores 2 points. If not favorite, Wrestler distracted by crowd noise. Opponent delivers blind side blow, scores 2 points. Is Thunderfist favorite? Yes, he has the favorite quality with a star. So the crowd, jeering crowd distracts opponent after that speech Mama's boy laid out to us. The fans, they're not picking up what he just put down, so they are booing. A loud boom comes from the crowd here in the Total Mortgage Arena. Thunderfist sneaks up behind Daddy Roy and delivers a blow, and he gets 2 points. And I forgot to put the markers down. Thunderfist is a face, and Daddy Roy is a tweener. So 2 points for Thunderfist. And again, this television championship can be changed by a pinfall, submission, countout, and a disqualification. Smart. Thunderfist is smart with a star. Daddy Roy is smart with a circle. He's on a circle, but star overrides circle, so this will be for Thunderfist. We roll a 2. Thunderfist. Body chop. A body chop to Daddy Roy. It rings out. Woo! As the crowd says. As Thunderfist with that brutal body chop to Daddy Roy, he gets a point. Trailing. And this will go to Daddy Roy, who was trailing. A 6. And Daddy Roy with a reverse and a knee lift to the jawline of Thunderfist. That is for 3 points. I think Thunderfist is seeing stars. Powerful. Thunderfist is not powerful. Daddy Roy is powerful, but only on a square. He's on a circle. Quick. Thunderfist is quick on a square. He's on a circle. Daddy Roy is quick with a star all the time. He is quick. We roll a 5, and Daddy Roy, power bomb, just like that. A power bomb from Daddy Roy to Thunderfist. That is for 2 points. TV. Thunderfist has A. Daddy Roy just got a B. This will go to Thunderfist with the highest TV grade. We roll a 1. Thunderfist with a power bomb of his own. Thunderfist and Daddy Roy exchanging powerful power bombs. And that is for 3 points for Thunderfist. Grudge. Thunderfist has an 18. Daddy Roy has a 0. This will go to Thunderfist. We roll a 3, and it's a shoulder tackle, knocking Daddy Roy up against the ropes. He collapses down to the mat. That is for 1 point. Signature. Thunderfist is in control, and another shove to Daddy Roy. Daddy Roy trying to get up, but Thunderfist shoves him. And how many points? We have to roll the die. 3 points. Thunderfist is not letting up off of Daddy Roy. Favorite. Thunderfist has favorite. This will go to him. We roll a 1 and a camel clutch. Thunderfist putting the camel clutch on Daddy Roy for 2 points, and Daddy Roy could tap out. Thunderfist lands on a fatigue chip. Daddy Roy will need the AAA 11-43 to get out of the camel clutch. 44, that is 1. 21, he does. He muscles his way right out of that camel clutch. He has 1 fatigue chip left. Smart. Thunderfist is in control, and he has Smart with a star. He's going to out-wrestle Daddy Roy with a 5 and an inverted DDT as he plants Daddy Roy face first to the mat, and that is for 2 points. He turns it into a pin, and Daddy Roy, his TV grade is a B. It will be lowered now to a C. He will need an 11-23 to get out of it. That is 53, that is 1. 25. That's 2. And 16. 16. Did Thunderfist get him? No, he did not get him. He could not come up with the pinfall, and Daddy Roy is still alive in this World Television Championship match hardcore. We're here in ring matches wild card. We roll 31. 31 says, is the wrestler quick? Wrestler darts out of way of ring intruder, scores 1 point. Referee restores order, match continues. If not quick, Hotbox member enters ring and disrupts match, resulting in no decision, issues garage match challenge. Is Thunderfist quick? Thunderfist is quick on a square. Well, he has quick, so 31. Wrestler darts out of way of ring intruder, scores 1 point. Referee restores order. Match continues. Now, who is this ring intruder? Well, whoever. Well, let's make it Mama's Boy. Mama's Boy is the ring intruder. Mama's Boy tries to get into the ring. He goes right after Thunderfist. Thunderfist. He moves quickly out of the way. And he scores a point. Thunderfist scores a point. And the referee restores order. Match continues. But Thunderfist now could go for his finisher. It's the Fist of Thunder, a Superman punch, 11-33. Can he do it? Will he do it? That is 36. No. He cannot execute his finisher, so he goes back to the yellow square, and the match continues. Smart. And Mama's Boy is back out of the ring due to being embarrassed after Thunderfist darted right out of the way of him charging after him. We have a 3. Oh no, what I'm doing, the 3 is Smart. Thunderfist has Smart with a star. Daddy Fist has Smart with a circle. This will go to Thunderfist. Star overrides anything. Thunderfist can use Smart anytime he wants, and we roll a 4, and it's a reverse mat slam from Thunderfist to Daddy Roy. That is 1 point. All right, we have Grudge. Thunderfist's grudge grade is 18. Daddy Roy has a 0. This is Thunderfist, and Thunderfist is just, he's taking over in this match. The momentum is on his side against Daddy Roy. We roll a 2, and a spear. A spear. Daddy Roy almost got speared in half from Thunderfist, and that is for a point. Mama's Boy is looking on in disbelief. Favorite. Thunderfist has a favorite with a star. This will go to him. Daddy Roy does not have favorite. And we roll a 4. And it's a knee breaker for 2 points from Thunderfist. He's going for the pin. Another fatigue chip. Daddy Roy will need the AAA 11-43. 21. He gets out on the count of 1. He's still alive. Surprisingly, we have Agile. Thunderfist has Agile, but only on a circle. He's on a square. Daddy Roy does not have Agile. Quick. Thunderfist is quick on a square. He's on a square. Daddy Roy has quick with a star. Daddy Roy could use quick anytime he wants. Star overrides. And we roll a 2. A flying clothesline from Daddy Roy. 3 points. It's the momentum shifting to Daddy Roy's side, because that was a beautiful flying clothesline. Grudge. And this will go to Thunderfist with 18. A multiple elbow smash. Multiple elbow smashes from Thunderfist now. 3 points. And he could be setting up for the Fist of Thunder one more time. 11-33. 11, he does. He connects. Daddy Roy is looking up at the lights. Thunderfist goes for the pin. 1, 2, count to 100. Thunderfist retains the WLW World Television Championship against Daddy Roy. We're going to roll now for post-match. We roll a 6. Who won the match? Face won the match. So we're heading to Highlight Reel T. And something always happens in the T highlight reel and the U highlight reel. All right, we roll a 54, and 54 says, face win results in heel letting cheap shot after match, causing face injury. Oh, now Mama's boy coming out here with that speech talking about people thinking that they're bad guys. But yeah, you are bad guys, because look what's going on. Daddy Roy with a cheap shot at Thunderfist. Now he lays a right hand across the face of Thunderfist. I believe he broke his nose, folks. I believe he broke his damn nose. Thunderfist is clutching at his nose. Oh, and it's bleeding. Folks, Thunderfist has a bloody nose at the hands of Daddy Roy. Now we're going to have to look at the injury scenario. Wrestler injured, and we're going to roll for how many matches. We have a lot of injured wrestlers here. Oh, man, he's injured for 5 matches. And I keep forgetting that he lost a quality, but I don't know what that is, so I'm going to erase this. And Mama's boy is laughing hysterically at what Daddy Roy has just done to Thunderfist. So Thunderfist has a broken nose. And he is out, injured for 5 matches. All right, injured 5 matches. All right, now let's see if Thunderfist will continue. And I will read on. Okay, wrestler injured for 5 matches. Wrestler has choice to continue competing using only non-athletic qualities like smart, favorite, cheat, etc., along with TV and grudge grades. Or wrestler may withdraw from competition and lose TV grades as follows: 1 to 3 weeks reduced by 1 letter grade, 4 to 6 weeks reduced by 2 letter grades. If wrestler decides to compete, increase wrestler's TV grade 1 letter grade for every match won while injured. Okay, now let me read this part again. Or wrestler may withdraw from competition and lose TV grades as follows. So if he's out for 1 to 3 weeks, he will lose 1 TV grade. If he's out 4 to 6 weeks, he loses 2 TV grades. And if he decides to compete, increase wrestler's TV grade by 1 letter grade for every match won while injured. I think Thunderfist is a tough cookie, so he is going to continue in action. He's going to continue in action, but they are coming in, checking on Thunderfist, and the nerve of Daddy Roy. He didn't take that loss laying down. He retaliated with a punch clear across Thunderfist's nose. And if you want your daughter back, that ain't the way to do it. Your daughter and your ex-wife are in graveyard shift company. All right, that was a good opening match. Our next match is women's tag team action. The Roy girls. Daddy's little girl, Daddy Roy's daughter, Pink Roy, and his ex-wife, Mama Zombie, are getting it on with Sweet Candy KORN and BUSTY RHODES. He needed to take his energy out on getting them away from graveyard shift tonight. But no, he's taking it out on Thunderfist. And let's get Lola Cloud to officiate this match. We're going to put the Saver partner chips down. All right, let's shuffle up the fast action card deck for this next match. In just a few weeks, Sweet Candy Corn will defend her Women's World Championship against the Crippler. All right, that is done. Ladies and gentlemen, your next match is set for one fall. It's a tag team match first. And the lights have gone out here in the Total Mortgage Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut. First, from Austin, Texas, Daddy's little girl, Pink Roy. And her tag team partner from Austin, Texas, Mama Zombie. Representing the Graveyard Shift. Here comes Daddy's little girl and Pink Roy. I'm going to see where I'm going to put them first. And their opponents. First, from Fort Worth, Texas, BUSTY RHODES. And her tag team partner from Hershey, Pennsylvania. She is the WLW Women's World Champion, Sweet Candy Corn. All right, I think I'm going to put BUSTY RHODES and Sweet Candy Corn as favored. Pink Roy and Mama Zombie will be the underdogs. All right, let's roll for pre-match. We roll a 6, so we're heading to Highlight Reel R. All right, if it'll open for me. Okay, there we go. We're in Highlight Reel R. We roll a 15 and a 15. And 15 says, during interview, heel slams folding chair over face's head with a die roll for how many times. Score 1 point for each blow. Excuse me. All right, let's read it again. During interview, heel slams folding chair over face's head. Roll die to see how many times and score 1 point for each blow. All right, so BUSTY RHODES and Sweet Candy Corn are being interviewed in the back before this match starts by Cole Casey. All right, let's take you now to Cole Casey, who is in the back. Thank you, Brog Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, my guests tonight. First, she will be defending her championship in Minneapolis, Minnesota, September 27th. That's a Friday night against the Crippler, Sweet Candy Corn, and her tag team partner for tonight, BUSTY RHODES. Sweet Candy Corn, I understand that you are all set and all ready for your championship match against the Crippler. Yes, Cole Casey, I am ready. The Crippler, just because she's tough, just because she has a bigger physique than any woman here in the division of We Live Wrestling, doesn't make her all that good to beat me. I am not WLW Women's World Champion for nothing. I am also tough. When I first started, I have shown why I am one of the toughest women here. All right, and you two are going up against the Roy girls. They are part of the Graveyard Shift. I am talking about Daddy's little girl, Pink Roy, and Mama Zombie. How are you preparing for that match right now? You know what, me and BUSTY, we don't have to prepare. We already know what we could do against Mama Zombie and Pink Roy. Don't get me wrong, it's disheartening to see what the Graveyard Shift has done to them, but we don't want to be in that situation right there. I already wrestled Mama Zombie, I beat her, and it's not a thing to do it again. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the WLW Women's World Champion, Sweet Candy Korn, and Busty Rhodes. Back to you, Brog Jr. Thank you, Cole Casey, our trusty TV interviewer. All right, we have Busty Rhodes and Sweet Candy Korn going up against Pink Roy and Mama Zombie. I wonder if the granny's in the building. She returned a few months ago. I guess that she could stay retired for long after finding out that her daughter-in-law and now her granddaughter have been possessed by Graveyard Shift. All right, the Fast Action card deck has been shuffled, and the first card is Wild Card, and we're heading to Tag Team's Wild Card. Okay, there we go. And we roll a 46. 46 says, is the wrestler powerful? Takes both members of opposing tag team and does a head cracker, dropping both to floor for 3 points. If not powerful, wrestler fails to make tag. Beating continues. Opponent scores. Oh, and I forgot. Sweet Candy Korn and Busty Rhodes, they were bashed by the heels. And so that's 5 points for Mama Zombie and Daddy's little girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. One more spot. There we go. Okay, now let's add this to it. So we were at 46. Is the wrestler powerful? Takes both members of opposing team and does a head cracker, dropping both to the floor for 3 points. If not powerful, wrestler fails to make tag. Beating continues. Opponent scores 1 point. Is Sweet Candy Korn powerful? No. So now Pink Roy and Mama Zombie. Well, let's say that Pink Roy is putting a beating on Sweet Candy Korn in this match. They are already hurt, both of them, Sweet Candy Korn and Busty Rhodes. So now Candy Korn is trying to make a tag. She is unable to make a tag. And Pink Roy continues on with the beating on Candy Korn, and that's another point for them. They get 1 point. Okay, we roll a 4, and offensive scoring team tags. Pink Roy tags in her mother, Mama Zombie. Agile, and it's a submission. Candy does not have agile. Mama Roy does not have agile. Mean, and nobody's in control. We spin that card around and we get strong. Candy Korn does not have strong, and Mama Zombie does not have strong. Ref bump, we don't need that. Quick. Sweet Candy Korn has quick with a star. Mama Zombie has quick with a star. Just got to put the marker down. Again, Sweet Candy Korn, they are heels. And Busty Rhodes, they are heels. The Roy girls, they are tweeners. All right, quick. Candy Korn has quick with a star. Mama Zombie has quick with a star. This will go to the trailing wrestler, and that is Candy Korn. We roll a 5. Forearm smashes from Sweet Candy Korn to Mama Roy. That is for 1 point. Mean. Candy Korn has mean with a star. Mama Zombie has mean on a circle. She's on a circle, but star overrides. And this will go to Sweet Candy Korn. We roll a 6. A schoolboy. She's got Mama Zombie in a schoolboy for 2 points. Mama Zombie quickly gets out of it. That was almost a close pin. Mean. Candy Korn is in control, and she has mean with a star. She stays on offense, and we roll a 1. Oh, she lifts Mama Zombie up and drops her with an atomic drop for 3 points. We roll a 3, no tag. Quick again. Candy Corn has quick with a star. Mama Zombie has quick with a star. They are both tied, and they're tied on the match track board. So to break the tie, it will always have to go to the favorite wrestler, and that is Sweet Candy Corn. And this is for 1 point with a palm thrust to Mama Zombie, and that is for 1 point. We roll a 1. Hot tag non-scoring team, and that is Mama Zombie. She tags in Daddy's little girl, Pink Roy. Heavy. Candy Corn's in control, but she does not have heavy, so we spin it around. Object. Candy Corn does not have an object. Pink Roy does not have an object. Powerful. Nobody is in control. We spin it around. Cheat. Candy does not have cheat. Pink Roy does not have cheat. Powerful. Candy Corn does not have powerful. Pink Roy does not have powerful, and I believe Pink Roy still has a quality that she gained. Oh, nope, she does not. Must have been mistaken. All right, help. Nobody's in control. We spin it around. Smart. Candy Corn does not have smart. Pink Roy has smart. On a circle. She's on a circle. This will go to Pink Roy. We roll a 4, and a super kick, just like that, from Pink Roy to Candy Corn, knocking Candy Corn down. That is for 3 points. An incredible super kick from Pink Roy. I think Candy Corn needs to go tag. Will she? Nope, 6 offensive scoring team tags, and they make a double team maneuver, and they score an additional point, so they will score an additional point. Pink Roy tags in Mama Zombie, and they both are slapping the living daylights out of Sweet Candy Corn. And we have favorite. Mama Roy is in control, but she does not have favorite. We spin it around, and we have strong. Candy Corn does not have strong. Mama Zombie does not have strong. Candy Corn is still in the ring, folks. Powerful. Candy Corn does not have powerful. Mama Zombie has powerful on a circle. She's on a circle. We roll a 1, and it's a stretch power bomb from Mama Zombie onto Candy Corn. We're going to have to roll for how many points? And 4 points. Mama Zombie is going for the pin. That means Sweet Candy Corn will need her partner's TV grade to save her from the pin, and that's Busty Rhodes' AAA TV grade. That's a good one. I believe she could do it. So Mama Zombie is in for the pin. She will need AAA 11 to 43. Candy Corn will need Busty Rhodes AAA. So that is, 65. That is 1 and 12. Yes. Mama's, what am I saying? Busty Rhodes saves Candy Corn from the pin. And we roll a 1 hot tag non-scoring team. That is Sweet Candy Corn. She tags in now Busty Rhodes, who is seeing daylight here in this match. Her first daylight. We have Grudge. Busty Rhodes has 19. Mama Roy has 5. This will go to Busty. We roll a 6. And it's a knee to the stomach. That knee catching Mama Roy's midsection for 2 points. Knocked the breath right out of her. And we roll a 3, and it's no tag. Helped. Busty Rhodes does not have help. Mama Roy has helped with an M. So we will say we'll change that M to G for gang member, and we will go to highlight reel G, since they are now a part of the graveyard shift. Okay, here we go. Something's about to crank up, folks. We roll a 33 in highlight reel G. go to Highlight Reel H. We're going to head on over next door and grab some sugar. We roll in 11. Go to Highlight Reel E. All right, we're heading back. We just grabbed our cup of sugar and we're heading on over to visit the letter E and see what's going on with him. Okay. Oh, I'm so scared. We roll a 53 in Highlight Reel E. 53 says, wrestler overreacts to referee action, loses self-control, and delivers multiple blows, knocking out the referee. Wrestler immediately disqualified and suspended for, and we're going to have to roll dice for how many events? Oh, man. And that wrestler is Busty. The favorite wrestler is always considered the wrestler. Wrestler overreacts to referee action, loses self-control, and delivers multiple blows. All right, Busty Rhodes did not agree with that pin count from Lola Cloud earlier. Loses self-control and delivers multiple blows, knocking out referee. Wrestler immediately disqualified. All right, she loses self-control and delivers multiple blows, knocking out the referee. Well, she's a face, so she will not deliberately knock out the referee, but she will take her anger out on Mama Roy, and in so, she cold cocks Lola Cloud in the middle of it. And Lola Cloud gets two, shaking the cobwebs out of her head, and she immediately disqualifies Busty Rhodes and Sweet Candy KORN. Oh no! What's going to happen? I'll say, well, they're both the wrestlers, so it'll have to be Busty Rhodes and Sweet Candy KORN. They're going to be suspended together. And we're going to have to roll both dice to see how many events they will be gone for. And how... I won't say 33 events. That's pushing it a little too up there, dice. I'm going to say 6 events, so they are suspended for 6 events. Let me write that down on their scratch cards. Now, since this is going on, well, we won't say suspended just yet because Conrad Thompson hasn't seen the footage. But I believe Lola Cloud is going to address that situation. All right, and Candy KORN is injured for 2 weeks. I forgot about that. Man, I'm telling you, I need to look on these scratch cards, so I'm just going to erase that because I forgot about that. I think that is long gone anyway. My bad on that. Okay, suspended for 6 events. And the same with Busty Rhodes. Oh, she had strong at it. I forgot about that. All right, suspended for 6 events. Okay, let's roll for post-match and see if anything else will be added. We roll, oh, here we go. We roll a 5. Who won the match? Heel or face? You know what? Disqualification. Nobody won. Oh, no. Mama Zombie and Pink Roy, they won. So we're heading to Highlight Reel U. I forgot Busty Rhodes and Candy KORN were disqualified. We're heading to Highlight Reel U. And we roll a 32. Heel win results in new alliance between the heel and choice wrestler. All right, 32. Heel win results in new alliance between heel and the choice wrestler. Oh, let's see here. Oh, you know what? It makes sense. We haven't seen her in a while after her comeback, but it will be. If I could find the women. And I don't think Daddy Roy will like this, nor Mama's boy. Folks, take a look who's coming down to the ring. It's the granny. What's she doing here? I think she's out here to talk to Sense and to Mama Zombie and her granddaughter. Stop this foolishness. Yeah, baby, stop this foolishness, please. Come on back home. You don't have to be possessed no more. You don't have to be a zombie. You don't have to act like a zombie. Now, come on. Stop being scary. You scaring the granny, please. My child, my granddaughter, come on, baby, come on back home. Well, I ain't got no choice. If I can't beat them, join them. And the granny is now hugging up with Mama Zombie and Daddy's little girl, Pink Roy. And what is this? Has she joined the graveyard shift? If so, then it's unbelievable here. The granny, Mama Zombie, Daddy's little girl, they've all succumbed to the graveyard shift's powers. And now the granny is Granny Zombie. Or Zombie Granny. But look, she's slowly turning into a zombie. Now, where in the hot hell do they do that at? But only in We Live Wrestling. So the granny right before her eyes, she's transforming into one hideous zombie. And we're going to have to go to a commercial break. We've got kids watching, for Christ's sake. What are we doing? We're going to be back, folks. We can't show no more of this. This is Jim's story. Jim has to deal with his wife. You don't love me anymore. Damn. Jim has to deal with his boss, or your ass is fired. Out of here, pal. Damn. Jim has to deal with a cussing 5-year-old. Jim is cussing at me. Damn. Hey, Jim, drink this. Oh, oh, oh. Damn, that's good. Damn straight. Damn cola. One taste of this will make you say, damn, that's good. This commercial did not make no damn sense. Oh, we've got music playing. Let's stop that. There we go. All right, now let's head back to the ring. Unbelievable what took place before the commercial break. Mama Zombie has joined the likes of the graveyard shift, and right there on camera, transforming into a zombie before our eyes. Unbelievable. Have you seen such a sight? I don't think you have. Incredible, incredible stuff right there. All right, let's go to our main event. Glasgow and Bo Phoenix, they're going to get it on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event. First, from Scotland, weighing 300 pounds, BLAIR Scott. Here comes the former Glasgow from Glasgow, Scotland. I believe he will be favored in this match. He's going to take on 1/3 of Lady and Gentlemen. And his opponent from Jacksonville, Florida, weighing 248 pounds, accompanied by Miss Lady, representing Lady and Gentlemen, The Tonight Show, Bo Phoenix. And BEAU Phoenix will be the underdog. Glasgow has a TV grade of A with a grudge grade of 53. And BEAU Phoenix has a TV grade of A with a grudge grade of 31. Levi McRae and Miss Lady will be the ally, in the ally for underdog. All right, let's shuffle up the fast action card deck. We all know Blair Scott was unsuccessful at capturing the WLW Junior World Championship against Shock Lesnar. Shock Lesnar on his 435th day as WLW Junior World Champion. He is the longest reigning champion we have here in We Live Wrestling. Nobody else is doing it like Born a Beast. All right, we have the fast action card deck shuffled, and now let's go to pre-match as we roll a 3, and we're heading to highlight reel low. Okay, oh, am I at O? Nope, I'm in M. Okay, there we go. Now we are at O. And we roll a 46 in highlight reel low. 46 says, Hotbox ally of underdog wrestler irate over a hot dogging of opponent, gets into argument, increased grudge grade of both ally and underdog wrestler by 1 point. All right, the ally, that is, not Dat Dame. He's not Dat Dame anymore. He can't go by Dat Dame anymore. He is going by Levi McRae right now, his real name. He is upset at the hot dogging of Blair Scott. As Blair Scott, he is taking in the cheers and a huge pop from the fans here in the Total Mortgage Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And that is eating Levi McRae up on the inside. So Levi will get a TV grade. And that was 56 again. No, 46. Hot box of ally underdog wrestler. Irate over a hot dogging of opponent. He gets into an argument. Increase both ally and underdog wrestler by 1 point. Yes, so Levi McRae is arguing that Blair Scott to come on, get it on. So Levi will go from a 6 to a 7. And BEAU Phoenix will go from a 31 to a 32. All right, Blair Scott is a face. BEAU Phoenix is a heel. All right, the first action card is cheat, and nobody's in control, so we spin it around. It is quick. Blair Scott does not have quick. BEAU Phoenix has quick with a star. And we roll a 4, and BEAU Phoenix, he comes with a snapmare just like that on Blair Scott. Nicely done from BEAU Phoenix. He gets a point. Heavy. BEAU Phoenix is control, but he does not have heavy. We spin it around, and object. BEAU Phoenix has an object. He carries that microphone, but only on a square. He's on a circle. Powerful, and nobody is in control. We spin it around. Cheat. Blair Scott does not have cheat. BEAU Phoenix does not have cheat. Heavy. Blair Scott is heavy with a star. Hold on, let me see if we had heavy card come up. Okay, nope. All right, Blair Scott is heavy with a star, and we roll a 4. Blair Scott with a reverse mat slam to BEAU Phoenix. That is for 3 points. Helped. Blair Scott's in control, but he does not have help. So we spin it around, and it is smart. Blair Scott does not have smart. BEAU has smart on a circle, and he's on the circle. We roll a 6, and it's a face driver to Blair Scott for 3 points of his own. Favorite. BEAU is in control, but he does not have favorite. We spin it around. Strong. Blair Scott does not have strong. BEAU Phoenix does not have strong. Okay, I'm right. All right, agile. Blair Scott does not have agile. BEAU Phoenix does not have agile. We have grudge. Blair Scott's grudge grade is 53. BEAU Phoenix is 32. This will go to Blair Scott. We roll a 2, and it's a knee breaker. A knee breaker to BEAU Phoenix. That's for 2 points. That was devastating. Rocking BEAU Phoenix. Another grudge, and again, this will go to Blair Scott with the 53. And he follows up that knee lift with a fist drop. Nicely done for 3 points. Dropping that fist down across the forehead of BEAU Phoenix, and we have trailing. And the trailing wrestler is BEAU. This will go to him. We roll a 4, and BEAU Phoenix comes back with a double neck chop. That's for 2 points. Mean. BEAU Phoenix, he's in control, and he has Mean with a star. We roll a 3. Let's see how mean he can get. And it's a choke, not a choke, a cheap knee. A cheap knee across the face of Blair Scott. That's for 1 point. Agile. Glasgow is not agile. BEAU Phoenix is not agile. TV. Both wrestlers, they have a TV grade of A. To break the tie, this will go to the favorite wrestler, and that is Blair Scott. He is trailing. No, it will go to BEAU. He is trailing behind Blair Scott. And BEAU comes back. We roll a 5, and it's a Rana. A Rana from BEAU Phoenix, and that is for 3 points. Favorite. BEAU is in control, but he does not have favorite. We spin it around. Helped. BEAU Phoenix does not have helped. Not yet anyway, and even though he is part of Lady and Gentlemen, he does not have any help. Test of strength. If both wrestlers are strong and or powerful, roll a die until ref break. 1 to 2, face scores 1 point. 3 to 4, ref breaks hold. 5 to 6, heel scores 1 point. Is Blair Scott strong or powerful? He is powerful with a star. Is BEAU Phoenix powerful? He is, but only on a square. He's on a circle, and he does not have strong. And nobody's in control right now, so we have grudge. Again, this will go to Blair Scott, who has the highest grudge grade of 53. And we roll a 4. Blair Scott throws BEAU Phoenix and smashes him right there in the turnbuckle for 2 points. Strong. Blair Scott does not have strong. BEAU Phoenix does not have strong. Trailing. Comeback surge. And they're both tied on the match track board, so nobody is trailing. Heavy. Blair Scott has heavy with a star. This will go to him. We roll a 3, and it's a body scissors. Where in the hell did Blair Scott get that from? And it's for 1 point. TV. Again, both wrestlers, they have the TV grade of A. This will go to the trailing wrestler, and that trailing wrestler is BEAU Phoenix. We roll a 3, and a big body slam from BEAU Phoenix. That is for 3 points. He goes for the cover. It's a fatigue chip. Blair Scott will lead the 11-43 AAA to get out of the pin. That is 15. He does. And that leaves him with 1 fatigue chip left. we have an incredible main event going on here. Nice action we're seeing from both Blair Scott and The Tonight Show. We have cheat. Blair Scott does not have cheat, and BEAU does not have cheat. Mean. Blair Scott has mean with a star. BEAU Phoenix has mean with a star. They both have that. This will go to the trailing wrestler, and it looks like it's Blair Scott who was trailing behind BEAU Phoenix. We roll a 2, and Blair Scott, he's got a chokehold on BEAU Phoenix for a point, and it looks like BEAU Phoenix will be tapping out. Blair Scott lands on a fatigue chip. BEAU will need the AAA 11-43 to get out of this chokehold. It is 46, that is 136. He does. Gets out of that chokehold. He has 1 fatigue chip left. Agile. Blair Scott is in control, but he does not have agile. We spin that bad boy around. We have powerful. Blair Scott is powerful with a star. BEAU is powerful, but only on the circle. He's on a circle, but star overrides, so this will go to Blair Scott. And we roll a 6, and it's a face-first airplane toss as BEAU Phoenix goes around in a circle, and he is cleanly tossed across the ring. We're going to have to roll for how many points for Blair Scott, and it is 3 points. And Blair Scott can go for his finisher. He calls it the Great Scott. Suplex, power slam. He needs to connect 11-33. That is 46, no, and he goes back to the yellow square. He cannot hook up that Great Scott, and we have strong. Blair Scott's in control, but he does not have strong, so we spin it around, and it's a cheat. No cheat for Blair Scott, and no cheat for BEAU. Trailing. This will go to Blair Scott, who is trailing behind BEAU. And Blair Scott comes back, a reverse and a power slam. Nicely done. A devastating, brutal power slam. That's for 3 points. And Blair Scott is going for the pin. No fatigue chip. BEAU Phoenix's TV grade is A. It will be lowered now to a B. 11-26. BEAU Phoenix will need to get out of it. 54, that is 1. And that is 12. He just got out of it at a count of 2. BEAU Phoenix with such resiliency. And we have a wild card, and we're heading over to ranked matches wild card. Okay, we're getting close, and here we go. We roll a 24. 24 says, is the wrestler strong? Opponent delivers vicious blow, but wrestler unfazed and responds with identical blow, 2 points. If not strong, wrestler staggers to mat after brutal blow, opponent scores 2 points. Is Blair Scott strong? No, but BEAU Phoenix, he gives a brutal right hand to Blair Scott. Blair Scott's woozy. He staggers and he falls down to the mat. 2 points. BEAU Phoenix can go for his finisher. It's the show, a spike DDT, 11-24. No, 44. He cannot. Blair Scott was smart enough to know to get out of the way of the show. We have favorite. Blair Scott is not favorite. BEAU Phoenix is not favorite. Trailing. And this will go to BEAU, who is trailing behind Blair Scott. We roll a 3. BEAU Phoenix with a hard kick. A hard kick to Blair Scott for 2 points. That's got Blair Scott down. And heavy. Oh, Blair Scott is heavy with the star. Blair Scott goes back on offense and re-roll a 5. And it's a body avalanche for 3 points. Blair Scott can go for his finisher. The Great Scott suplex power slam, 11-33. We roll a 66, and no! He goes back to the yellow square. Folks, it's going back and forth in this main event. We have favorite. Blair Scott is not favorite. BEAU Phoenix is not favorite. Next is heavy, and nobody is in control, so we spin it around, and it's smart. Blair Scott is not smart. BEAU Phoenix is smart, but only on a square. He is on a circle. Highlight reel, A or B. A is odds, B is even, and we roll a 4. We're heading over to a highlight reel B. Quench my thirst. Oh, man, that was good. All right. We're in highlight reel B, and let's roll. We roll 56. 56 says, wrestler delivers opponent specialty on opponent, score appropriate points. Blair Scott. He performs a basement drop kick, the stick, to BEAU Phoenix. And that is 6 points. That is BEAU Phoenix's specialty. And Blair Scott, he can go for his finisher again. 11-33, the great Scott. And it is a 36, and no! Blair Scott is having troubles getting the great Scott onto BEAU Phoenix. The match continues. The fans are going eight bonkers here in the Total Mortgage Arena here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Favorite, Blair Scott does not have favorite. BEAU Phoenix does not have favorite. TV, both wrestlers have a TV grade of A. This will go to the trailing wrestler, and that is Blair Scott. And we roll a 6, and it's a vertical splash to BEAU Phoenix, landing right on top of him. That is for 3 points. He's going for the pin. Again, BEAU Phoenix's TV grade is A. We're going to lower it for B. BEAU Phoenix will need to get out with an 11-26. 22, he does. BEAU Phoenix stays alive. We have quick. Blair Scott's in control, but he does not have quick, so we spin it around, and it's specialty. And Blair Scott will, they both have a specialty. Blair Scott's specialty is a follow-away slam for a point. BEAU Phoenix's is the stick basement drop kick for 6 points, and this will go to the trailing wrestler, and that is BEAU. He performs his own specialty onto Blair Scott. It's the stick basement drop kick for 6 points. And he's going for his finisher. His finisher again is the show. Spike DDT, 11-24. We roll a 65, and he cannot get the spike DDT onto Blair Scott, and the match continues. We have quick. Blair Scott does not have quick. BEAU Phoenix has quick with a star. We roll a 2, and it's a monkey flip. Tossing Blair Scott's monkey ass with that monkey flip for 3 points, and BEAU Phoenix is going for the pin. Blair Scott, he has a fatigue chip left right there. He will need a AAA 11-43 to get out of that pin, and that is 43. He does. No more fatigue chips for Blair Scott. And we continue on. Specialty. BEAU Phoenix's specialty. This goes for him. He's in control. It's the stick basement drop kick for 6 points. Oh, no. It goes to Blair Scott. Oh, no. It goes to BEAU Phoenix. And that's 6 points. And BEAU Phoenix can go for the spike DDT again. Again, 11-24. And it's, oh, he connects. He plants Blair Scott with a 16. That is it, folks. BEAU Phoenix goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. An incredible match between two incredible performers. The Tonight Show, BEAU Phoenix and Blair Scott. And no shenanigans and no outside help from Miss Lady and Levi McRae. We roll a 5. Who won the match? Heel won the match, so we're heading to highlight reel U. No, not you, exactly. All right. We roll 33 in highlight reel U. Heel win results in end of existing feud with current heel foe. BEAU Phoenix's foe is nobody at the moment. That was 33. Heel win results in end of existing feud with current heel foe. No current heel foe for BEAU Phoenix at the moment, so we're going to leave it at that. And BEAU Phoenix comes up victorious in this incredible main event match. That was good. All right, folks, again, in just a couple of weeks, we're going to have our very first house show. Again, the matchups in the tag team cage match. The World Tag Team Champions, the Oakland Raiders, they're in a tag team match with the hideous group Fright Night. Don't know if it's going to be for the belts or not, but I think Fright Night deserve it. They've gone up in the tag team division. Also, Crazy Craig and Backyard Bryce, one more time, they're going to get it on for the third time. The WLW Women's World Championship will be on the line as Sweet KANDY KORN defends her championship against the Crippler. And I believe the main event for that night, it's going to be for the WLW Junior World Championship as Shock Lesnar defends 435 days as Junior World Champion against Patch in a no disqualification match. And we're going to have that card take place at the Target Center September 27th at 6 p.m. in the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we're going to video that. We're going to film that for that night. Our very first house show, WLW Live on the road. All right, Sunday Night Smash has been rolled to you by Face to the Mat, created by Keith Avalon from Play Games. If you want this awesome game, take a look at the description of this video and click on the link, or go to the channel's description and click on the link. All right, folks, next week we're going to have more WLW action, and I believe we're going to hear from Mason Sensation, the leader of Quad. There's something going on there, folks, and we're going to find out what it is, okay? That is next Saturday on Saturday Night Slam. And again, folks, we are at war. It's C-Dub-Dub trying to take on us. We Live Wrestling. Corporate World Wrestling versus We Live Wrestling. And it's all about that CWW championship belt that Scraper has. Two-belt Scraper, we call him. All right. Your voice of We Live Wrestling, Brog Jr. saying, have a good one, folks.